You are listening to Directions from a Spiritual Tour Guide podcast. I am your host, Shanel Scott. I'm a psychic medium and energy healer who has been supporting those on a spiritual journey for over a decade. I'm your tour guide into the world of the unknown, showing you that the magic of the universe is at your fingertips. I believe spirituality is simple and fun, and this podcast will make it easily accessible, giving you the real talk on all things divine and spiritual, helping you to step into the flow. Manifesting your dreams because we all deserve to be living our best life. Are you ready for an adventure? Hello, sunshines, and welcome to a new episode of Directions from a Spiritual Tour Guide podcast. It's another energy update. I know. I feel like we've had to do a lot of these lately, but the energy just keeps on going a little wild and crazy, and so we have to keep doing these to keep up to the energy and what is going on. And it is definitely interesting. I had a really validating experience today. My teacher puts out a monthly message. It's actually 2 messages in the month. She does a written one the first of the month, and mid-month there is a audio one. If you want to check out her daily focus, it's free. It's Inner Access 101, Lori Wilson. It's messages, her daily focus from grandmother, and this is her monthly focus. The monthly focus, I think, is $25 for the year. But when I finally got around to reading it today, I was like, oh my goodness. This is everything that I have been getting and a little bit more, and it kind of pulls things together and validated things like crazy. Right down to the fact that the energy shifted on August 28th, which is what I kept on getting as a date for that energetic shift. And I was like, okay, hold on to your hats because it's getting good in here. So back on August 28th, we experienced another energy shift. Yeah, we haven't had enough of those this year, and they all feel really massive and really big. And they really are creating shift. And so what she was talking about was that we've come into this human maturity kind of thing. And that part of it was different for me. I haven't had like it's spoken to in that way, but yeah, that's what it kind of feels like. It's really this evolution, this shift from our very material and logical selves to being really energetic and to really being honoring our own energy, the energy we put out in the world, and the importance of our energy. It's not financial wealth. It is the freedom that wealth gives us. It is not about having a lot of money in the bank account. It's about having freedom. It's about joy. It is about happiness. Maybe very stupidly, because, when we look back on things, we realize we say things that maybe were not a good idea. But when I was younger, I used to always say that I wanted to marry for love, that I would rather be dirt poor in a 1-room house and be so heavenly in love than to be married and rich and be completely unhappy. Maybe that's part of my money story that I really need to start reversing and letting go of. And I definitely have but there was that realization that I would say that. And I was like, oh my goodness, that was not good. I need to scrub that out and erase it and come back again to something different. But again, there's this piece of like the energy is so potent and so aware. So beyond that, I had a call today with my source siblings, and it's just this beautiful group of women that are all in a spiritual journey together. And they're different classes that kind of just, we all come together and end up in this group at the end of it all. And the things that some of those people were getting that we shared in small groups validated again the information and things that I've been receiving. So again, there was this up level of like, oh, I'm not the only one receiving this. And it was so beautiful. So one of the things that I've talked about quite a bit lately is this piece that we are feeling really heavy, because if we're not, we're going to float away. Think of it like a balloon that we tie a weight on the balloon, which the balloon is weightless, right? It's so light, it floats away. If we removed that weight, it would just, the helium balloon would go up in the air. But with the weight on it, it keeps it grounded and centered. It keeps us in place. So for us right now, this heaviness that we're feeling is this allowance for the debris to shake free, to clear our energetic systems while feeling the high vibration. The high vibration energy, this light energy, this color-coded light gorgeousness that is coming through for us right now is moving through our bodies and clearing all the denser energies. It is clearing away all of those 3D things that no longer serve us. And it is really like awakening some things within us. We're super aware of our own emotions and feelings. We have this desire to be joyful and happy. We move more towards love in everything that we do. And our BS barometer is through the roof. There is no tolerance for the BS, and there is no tolerance for the fakeness, the lack of integrity. So all of these things are kind of heightened as we're clearing away these denser energies. We're moving those through and clearing them out. We're really grounded because the earth is going to take those energies from us. The earth is this beautiful, beautiful thing that can allow these energies to flow through, and they transmute it back into love. We can send it out into the energy, into the universe. We can send it down into Mother Earth. Both will heal the energies. Of course, it's always beautiful when we send a little healing energy to Mother Earth as well. It never hurts. But there is this piece that Mother Earth has committed to keeping us grounded and centered, to having this weightedness of ourselves so that we are not getting whisked away in the vibration and in the energy. For some people, the vibration is too much to handle. It is a lot. So these are the people that are feeling vertigo, headaches, dizziness, blurred vision. There's a lot of this like, woo kind of feeling, like almost like, not that I'd know, just kidding. But, back in university and you go out drinking all night long and you crawl into bed and you'd be like, oh my God, you put one hand on the wall, one foot on the floor, and it balances things out. It's kind of what the universe is doing for us right now. It's creating that groundedness. It's creating that balance. It's creating that foundation for us to be present in the energy. Now, this energy is super potent. It is creative. It is manifestation. It is love, it is happiness, it is joy, it is like, so good. But what it's also going to do is it's really going to push us. We often think of the universe testing us, but the reality is the universe is just reflecting back to us what it is that we need to see, what it is that we are doing, how we are showing up. It is just reflecting it back to us. So when we feel like we're being tested, it's because the universe is reflecting that this is where you are right now, and maybe you need to shift to get to that place that you want to be. And you're going to feel a lot of this. This, again, is this piece of, clearing those denser energies. So those things that are creating the density, the heaviness, we are needing to acknowledge them. Now, we often fight against the stuff that doesn't feel good. I get it. Nobody wants to. But the healing process asks us to have acceptance for these pieces of ourselves. When we can look at these things and be able to acknowledge why they are there, then we have an opportunity to accept them. I just had a conversation with a girlfriend about being present. And I actually think I've had this conversation 3 or 4 times with different people today. It's been that like, okay, I'm paying attention. We are conditioned to be logical. We are conditioned to have a plan. We are conditioned to want to know what's next. We are conditioned to want to know the how. And we are not conditioned to just be present. The genetic backlog of being logical and having all these things is about keeping us safe. But what if the greatest safety that you can create is in being present to what is going on and allowing yourself to actually see what is happening and what needs to come next? we push against our intuition. We push against the knowing. Sometimes we're like, oh, that was too easy. It can't be the right answer. But the reality is 9 times out of 10, it absolutely is. We push against well, this is what needs to be done, but our heart or whatever is telling us that's not what we want to do, so we don't do it. But then when it actually happens anyways, we're like, oh, I knew that already. And I just was holding on tight because I wanted it to be this thing, even though the universe had something better in store for me. I always love to remind you that the universe only has 3 answers. Yes, not right now, and I have something better for you. So it isn't necessarily this piece of like the universe is saying no. It never says no. The universe is always directing us. The question is, energetically, are you able to be present in that and allow? I had the beautiful analogy given to me today about being a feather. And that we're not directing it as it's coming down to the earth, but we are simply being present and allowing it to move in whatever way it needs to. The way that it falls on the breeze or the wind, or the way that gravity is pulling it to the earth. We don't force it. We flow with it. And again, that is not our natural way of being for the majority. So it's this question of, how do we start to change this? And the universe is asking us to. This is this energetic shift of being present and allowing to see what is there to come up. What is in our field? What is being there and we're present to? The universe is there and it is waiting to show you. And yeah, sometimes it feels like there's a long time in between messages, but A, are you paying attention? And B, are you just being impatient? It is not easy just being present. It is not easy just paying attention to the signs, but the more present you get, the more they show up. And sometimes it's not a next step, and sometimes it's just that validation. Like today was hugely validating for me. Did it give me a next step? No, absolutely not. But it gave me this validation. It gave me this presence and this awareness of like, this is happening right now. This is what's going on, and I just need to stay present in it. So yeah, it's a bit of a crazy rocky time again as we maneuver these new energies. And they're going to continue to push you to whatever you contracted to come down here and do. Which is probably, if you're listening here, shining your light bright. It is a beautiful time to be here. It is an incredible time to shine your light bright and to beacon it out to all those that need it. So yes, we might be in for some, I'll use the word whirlwind, just like in the channeled message from today, the weekly channeled spread. The whirlwind energy is here. So keep breathing and staying connected and grounded. Keep connecting to spirit and to yourself. Keep being present and asking yourself, am I forcing or am I flowing? And of course, let those messages from spirit come flying in because they're there and they're waiting for you. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'm sure I will have more for you. Of course, follow me on social media. I do share a lot there. There's a daily channeled message and a weekly channeled message that you can check out. The weekly messages are also posted on YouTube. So you can definitely check me out there. I do post lots of things about energetic updates in my stories and in my posts. So you can see what's going on as I get information given to me. I definitely share it out with all of you so we can all move through this energy the best that we can with as much ease and grace as possible. Couple of things in my world. One, if you haven't bought your Soulful Mystic 2025 weekly planner, the pre-sale ends on the 15th, September 15th. So right now you get the planner that has a built-in manifestation workbook, and it has some moon cycle workbook in there this time, as well In the pre-sale, you're going to get the monthly tabs included. All of that is for $33 Canadian. Shipping is extra. Pickup in the local area is absolutely doable. Hamilton, Brantford, Woodstock, London, St. Thomas, and even Milton. Price goes up the 15th, so this saves you $10. Next, Halloween event is officially booked. It is going to be on Sunday, October 27th. My dear friend Bert is going to be teaching spirit photography, and he has some amazing experience with paranormal investigation and spirit photography, and he has captured some really cool things. So he's going to teach us how to do spirit photography with a plain old digital camera. Then we're going to talk to the spirits at the Coach and Lantern, and then we're going to talk to your family members that have joined us for the night. That event will run from 7 till 10 p.m. with the option of coming in early to grab dinner if you want to. Tickets will be going on sale shortly. Please, if you want to get in on that, watch the newsletter. I will be opening up registration very soon. Also, I tried to create things to be a little less complicated. So Yoga Nidra is the second Friday of every month at 7 p.m., both in person at Dundas Yoga and Fitness and online on Zoom. Both of those are pay what you can. If you would prefer with online, you can do the Yoga Nidra Club. It is $10 a month Canadian, and that gives you the live, as well as there is a recorded library of about 25, 28 that are in there right now. The second Friday of every month, in person only, will also be a group mediumship reading. It'll be limited to 8 people with a guaranteed message. That one is $40. Again, it's limited to 8 people, still at Dundas Yoga and Fitness. Lastly, every month I'm going to do a Zoom past life regression. It will be the last Wednesday of every month at 8 p.m. And that is a past life regression online. It is a meditation style, and don't worry, your mind will not let you see anything that you are not meant to see or you are not ready to see. That is $25. All of that you can do by registering through my website at fromtheheartandsoul.com. I greatly appreciate you, and thank you so much for listening today. If you can do a little energy exchange with me and like, share, comment, leave a review, subscribe, all that good stuff, I greatly appreciate it, and it only takes a few moments of your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, from my heart and soul to yours, have an amazing rest of your day. Bye now.